Hi all, you're about to watch a video that I recorded probably like a month or two ago now and kind of completely forgot about. It was originally going to be a second channel video and just something short and silly that I could post, but coming back to it I realised like it's actually quite an interesting topic. Like, it's not as in-depth or analytical as the stuff that I usually post on this channel. It's definitely not a long video. It was definitely just meant to be like a silly little thing, but basically it's reviewing a true crime colouring book that I found and bought as a joke with some of my friends, and then I was like, oh god, what have I given my money to? And even though I'm not being like super analytical in this video and I'm not going in depth, I hope that it can at least make you think a little bit about our commodification of true crime and the way we romanticize it and the problems associated with that. I figured I'd post it here because I think some of you will find this interesting, even if I'm not like holding your hand through it and telling you why this is wrong. You're all smart enough to figure it out for yourself and understand the issues with it, and I just think it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So thank you for watching this short video. Sorry it's a bit different, sorry it's just filmed on my phone, but thanks for watching anyway. Enjoy. Okay, I need to very quickly film this before my friends get here for my party. So one of the things I really like to do for my friends is I host a lot of like themed parties where we have like games and stuff like that, and whenever there's games or puzzles or, like competition type things, I always get ridiculous prizes. So when I had my Eurovision party, we played Eurovision bingo, we had like a little sweepstakes sort of thing. We had like a lot of little competitions, and I had like silly prizes that could be won. Like I had these cardboard cutouts of Graham Norton and Terry Wogan. I had like an unofficial Eurovision colouring book that's full of these like horrifying colouring pages. It's all fun, all silly, like it's just a lot of fun. So tonight I'm hosting quiz night, and it's the first time I've done something like this. I'm really excited. Like, I have gone all out with this. So I have got answer sheets, I've got a whole little PowerPoint ready to go on the TV. Like, it's gonna be really fun. I've got everything ready. There's themed rounds, it's really good. And I figured for prizes, I have of course got medals. Like, these are, I thought they were plastic. No, they're actually, I think it's cheap metal, but they are metal, like little, anyway, I've got a first, second and third medals. They're gonna be great fun. And then I also thought I would do some, for the prizes, really stupidly themed puzzle books or quiz books or activity books and that sort of thing. And one of them that I thought would just be silly, but it's ended up being like actually really good quality, is Swiftle, a Taylor Swift unofficial puzzle book. Again, I thought this would be stupid, but it's actually really decent quality, and genuinely, if the person who wins this is a Taylor Swift fan, and I do have a few of them coming, they're gonna love this. The other one I thought it would be funny to do, well, it's just incredibly sexist, and I thought it'd be funny. This is the Ultimate Activity Book for Intelligent Men, and it's actually the easiest and most basic of all the puzzle books I bought for this. It's so easy, which is just quite funny. But I thought someone would appreciate the irony of this. And then the last one, I thought I could introduce it as like, ooh, and the morally ambiguous prize of and then everyone would be like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, it's in bad taste, how silly. But I didn't realise just how bad it would be. This is the true crime activity book for adults. And while I bought this as a joke, I'm really genuinely regretting giving money to this. It is so bad. I should also say, riddle themed me. We talk a lot about true crime YouTubers and podcasters being insensitive, disrespectful, focusing too much on the criminals, in some cases romanticizing criminals, especially murderers and rapists and that sort of thing. But this book takes that to a whole new level. It literally features colouring pages of serial killers and criminals, and let me show you. There's Harold Shipman in here. You can colour a colouring page of Harold Shipman holding a syringe that he used to murder several elderly people. It's got the numbers of people he killed. It's got their kill count. What else have we got? Or who else have we got, should I say? This one features a crying locked up child that you can colour. It's not just that. There are some puzzles or activities in here that are like, okay. Can you name something that will help destroy evidence for every letter in the alphabet? There's ones like this where they like draw a crime scene and it's like, based on your knowledge of serial killers, can you guess who committed the crime? I'm laughing, but it's horrifying. It's, express your opinion. Remember the moment that you were carried away by true crime. What impressed you first? Find your serial killer name with the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. I would be the Bay City Flayer. What's your serial killer name, guys? Here, have some good, wholesome fun. Oh my god. There's like word searches of like, find 20 things that can kill, find 20 American serial killers, all this sort of thing. And then there's some that are like, what did these two serial killers have in common? Bundy and Dahmer. And you have to list 7 things they have in common. Can't make this stuff up, can you? You can't. True crime memes that absolutely drove our Instagram followers crazy. Everybody, how do you sleep after watching all those awful documentaries about murder? Me, sweet dreams. 2 colouring pages in one on this page. God's sake. Oh, I know the worst one. There are trivia questions. For example, according to unconfirmed reports, how many girls were raped and killed by serial killer Pedro Alonso Lopez, who was secretly released instead of a well-deserved execution due to good behaviour? A, over 110, B, more than 230, or C, more than 300? It's just bizarre, mad. Oh! I didn't see this one. For 24 hours, murder is legal. Who are you killing first? Make a list and don't be afraid to share your secret thoughts. Screw it. I almost don't want to give this to people now. Like, it was meant to be a stupid joke, but like I couldn't preview the inside before I bought it, so I just thought it would be like, I didn't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. It wasn't colouring pages of murderers with their kill counts listed and how they killed people. So yeah, this is going to be fun tonight. Okay, I'm also now realising that I didn't film a outro for this because I had a coughing fit and just forgot. But yeah, it's just, even watching this back now, like, I don't know when that was, like a month, it was sometime early November. Yeah, it's so bizarre. I feel like it's incredibly disrespectful to a lot of the victims to be like, especially in the cases where it's like drawing pictures of the child victims that were like raped and killed and you have to colour them in like that's some cute little activity. The kid in chains, the colouring pages of murder weapons, the how would you kill? How would you hide evidence? Like, it just all feels very much like it's making light of these really serious situations that should be handled with respect and care, and they're just not. Like, a lot of people call out certain true crime YouTubers for, like, say, doing their makeup while they talk about true crime, or doing a mukbang while they talk about true crime, or you see people kind of, like, romanticizing and sexualizing serial killers and being like, oh, you know, he's so hot, he could rape me any day, oh, you know, if I was going to be killed by any, it would be by him. And it's really, really messed up for the victims, but I feel like this is like the result of that kind of culture where we don't take true crime seriously. We don't understand that, like, there are genuine victims out there, people who have, like, lost their lives and been hurt and been abused. And, like, so the one of, what's his face, Harold Shipman, I still remember that being on the news. I remember when all that came out. If you're not familiar, he was a GP in the UK who killed a couple of hundred of his elderly patients over a number of years, and like their families, like it wasn't that long ago. It was within my lifetime, but it must have been what, 20 years ago, if that, which is not that long ago. Their families are still dealing with the heartbreak of what he did. The fact that he killed their mothers and fathers and aunties and uncles and brothers and sisters, and it just doesn't feel respectful to have this silly little activity book that's oh, colour his syringe that he used to inject and kill people, colour his beard, colour what, you know what I mean? And wild, absolutely wild. I feel like maybe I could understand it a little more if it was focused on I don't know, maybe kind of white collar crime. So it's oh, here's a famous guy who did art forgery, or here's a woman who robbed a bunch of banks. Here's a woman who I don't know, went to prison for calling out some rich guy who did something. Yeah, well, that's not a crime. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I feel like that's at least stuff that you can kind of, or if it was ridiculous crimes. So you have things it's illegal to walk down a street backwards with a horse or something like that. You'll have states in America where that's a crime or something silly like that. If it was those kinds of crimes, I'd be like, yeah, that's hilarious. Let's do a colouring page of that. That would be funny. But these are real traumatic crimes with real victims, some of whom their families are still very much alive. And you're here making a big joke out of it and making it all cutesy and what would your serial killer name be? Oh, can you find these serial killers in this picture, in this word search, in this whatever? And it just feels disrespectful. And that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it briefly. Like I said, this was going to be a second channel video. It wasn't meant to be a big deep thing, but the more I think about it, the more it genuinely bothers me. And it bothers me that I spent however much money on it. I think it's £7 or something like that. And I'm these people are now profiting off romanticizing true crime, and it feels weird. It feels wrong. I didn't think it would be quite this bad when I bought it how many months ago. It's just, yeah, it shocked me. It really did. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've seen anything like this before. Do you think there's a way to do this kind of thing respectfully? Because unless it's kind of silly white collar crime, then I don't really see how, or silly crimes or white collar crimes, I don't really see how this can be respectful. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Sorry this is a shorter one. Sorry, it was a bit silly, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.